What if I told you that some of the most frightening characters in the Bible were never meant to comfort anyone? Not the gentle shepherds or peaceful angels we see in art, but beings so strange and powerful that people fell to the ground in fear when they appeared. Creatures with many faces, angels who brought terror before hope, and figures who walked the line between heaven and rebellion. These are not myths or legends, they are written clearly in the Bible, and by the end of this story, the way you see angels in the unseen world may never be the same. One of the darkest names in Scripture is Abaddon, a name that means destroyer. In the book of Revelation, the Bible describes a time when the bottomless pit is opened and smoke fills the earth. From that darkness comes torment, and ruling over it is Abaddon. He is not a demon and not a man. The Bible calls him an angel. Under his command are terrifying beings described like locusts, with human faces, long hair, and teeth like lions. People suffer so badly they wish for death, but cannot die. Abaddon does not tempt or warn. He carries out judgment, and he only appears when God allows it, reminding us that even destruction has a purpose. Long before this, the Bible speaks of another mysterious group called the Nephilim. In Genesis, it says, "The sons of God took human women, and the Nephilim were born." They were giants, powerful warriors, and men of fame. Ancient writings describe them as unnatural beings who filled the earth with violence. The world became so corrupt that God sent the flood to wipe it clean. Yet even after the flood, giants appear again in the Bible, like Goliath, suggesting that whatever began before the flood never fully vanished. There were also angels known as the Watchers. They were sent to observe humanity, but they broke their duty. They taught humans forbidden knowledge, such as weapons, magic, and hidden secrets of the heavens. They knew they would be punished and chose rebellion anyway. Because of this, they were bound and hidden away, waiting for judgment. What makes them terrifying is not their power, but their choice to disobey while fully understanding the cost. Another dark figure is Azazel, mentioned during an ancient ritual involving two goats. One goat was offered to God, the other had the people's sins placed upon it and was sent into the wilderness to Azazel. This was not worship, but removal. It showed that sin does not simply disappear, it must be carried away or judged, and the wilderness represented chaos beyond human control. When the prophet Ezekiel saw angels, they were nothing like the ones people imagine today. He described living creatures with four faces, wings that thundered like rushing waters, and wheels covered in eyes spinning beside them. Fire moved between them, and they carried the throne of God itself. These beings were not gentle messengers, they were overwhelming symbols of divine power, and when humans saw them, they collapsed in fear. The most mysterious figure of all is the angel of the Lord. This being appears throughout the Bible, speaks with God's authority, accepts worship, and causes fear wherever he appears. People who encounter him believe they have seen God and expect to die. Some believe this figure is God himself appearing in human form. Others believe it is a divine presence unlike any other angel. Either way, when the angel of the Lord appears, everything changes. The Bible is not only a book of comfort and hope, it is also a record of a vast spiritual world filled with judgment, rebellion, and unseen forces at work. These dark and mysterious figures remind us that the spiritual realm is far larger, stranger, and more real than most people realize. And this is only the beginning of what the Bible reveals. There are more truths hidden in Scripture than most people ever discover. Subscribe to Scripture Streams and don't miss what comes next.